3, 2, 1. Oh my God, that's cold.
Wow.
I was waiting for you to go.
I was waiting for you.
The old standoff, dead air. Welcome back to You Betcha Radio podcast. It feels phenomenal to be back in the studio. This is the coldest podcast in all of the Midwest. We got basically a spring episode coming here for you with, we got a little St. Patty's Day, talking weather, as most of us do in the Midwest, but also what's in store for You Betcha here in the spring. So let's just get into the show. Here at You Betcha, we know that life is way too short to hold your own drink, and that's why we have the Bev Buckle. Now, the Bev Buckle is a belt buckle that is the world's first retractable drink holder. And I tell you what, this thing holds your Busch lattes like a charm. They are handmade here in the U.S., and these guys were also on Shark Tank, so they are the perfect gift for someone who loves to drink Busch lattes, but, just doesn't want to be bothered with the fact of holding the Busch latte. You can find these guys on their social media at Bev Buckle or on their website, bevbuckle.com. That's BEVBUCKLE.com. And if you want 15% off of your order, use promo code YouBetcha with no space. That's YOUBETCHA. You Betcha, promo code 50% off at bevbuckle.com. And I hope that you guys love your Busch latte holder. I want to talk to you guys about U Motors, Motorsports and Marine, located in Fargo, North Dakota and Pelican Lake, Minnesota. They have all of the best brands: Honda, Yamaha, Ski-Doo, Can-Am, Sea-Doo, Nautique boats, Super boats, Supreme boats, all of the boats, and even Avalon pontoons. If you mention this ad, you can get 20% off parts and accessories, and obviously some exclusions may apply, but you can get 20% off parts and accessories. You can check them out on Facebook, Instagram, but also at their website, umotorsinc.com. Again, that's umotorsinc.com.
I would venture to say it's almost the nectar of the gods. Back, baby, back. I want my Busch. Oh my God, that's cold.
Oh, you betcha, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys, welcome back to episode 10 of the You Betcha Radio podcast. I am Ryan, the t-shirt guy, and I am going to share our social media pages with you. So, Miles, you said welcome back, but I would like to, first of all, welcome you back.
Thank you, Ryan. That's so nice of you.
Guys, go ahead and follow us at You Betcha, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. That's at You Betcha. Now, on top of our main You Betcha social media page, we also have a bunch of sub-brands, if you will, underneath. So myself, Ryan, the t-shirt guy, I'm going to start diving more into the apparel content within You Betcha. We have, that is at Ryan, the t-shirt guy.
Yeah, don't forget to plug it, Ryan.
We also have Mom's Hot Dish at Mom's Hot Dish. Now, that's where all of our Midwestern meme content lives, if you will. And we're also getting the Ranch Wrangler going. Now that Miles is back, we're going to get into a more routine of our Ranch Wranglers, wrangling up the highest and lowest viscosity ranches in the Midwest. So go follow that page at Ranch Wrangler. We got a lot of cool content going out for you guys on a variety of different pages. So go check them out. Now, we just sent out the St. Patty's Day shirts last week. They should be in the hands of all of our recipients for the big weekend. Now, we're in the process. We're very close to nailing down our next merchandise launch, if you will. I'm excited for this one. I get excited about just about every t-shirt launch, but this one, we're going to throw a little twist on it, and I can't share any more details, but it's coming soon.
So I didn't listen to a word you said because, ladies,
of course you didn't. You never do.
Ladies and gentlemen, Facebook and Instagram is down. And so I am live tweeting during this podcast, everything that's happening. So I just said, Ryan is plugging social medias right now. Should only plug Twitter because it's the only social that is working. So there you go. There's a huge thread on Twitter.
Go check us on Twitter.
Go check us out on Twitter.
We live tweeted this. Will launch after the live tweeting event, but I think it'll be pretty cool.
And I hope to God the Facebook and Instagram are back up by then. But until then, we are ride or die with Twitter right now.
Isn't it crazy what the world does when Facebook and Instagram go down?
Well, so I kind of feel like Twitter is staying alive only because Facebook and Instagram keep going down.
Yeah. Is it a server issue? Is it like
I have no idea. They did confirm that it wasn't a hack though. Okay. So that's good.
God, you would think that both of those platforms, or just Facebook in general, has a team of hackers that just all day, every day try and get into the system. Yeah.
I think they do.
I mean, people have real businesses that make a lot of money doing that.
Yeah.
How crazy would that be?
Way above my pay grade.
Yeah, hey, I'm gonna go try to hack into Facebook today.
Well, and they hire those people to be their developers too.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of how it started. They started as a bunch of hackers, but
sure.
Anyways, I am back.
You're back,
feels
baby.
So good to be here. This podcast room just feels like a cozy little koozie for our podcast. The podcast koozie. I had a great vacation, but I'm here and I'm ready to get back to work. Ryan held down the fort. He didn't burn it down.
Nope. I got the robot cleaned up, I think.
Yeah, I inspected the robe. I didn't see any weird stains, so that was good.
No DNA left behind.
Well, I'm still getting a DNA tested to make sure.
Getting the black light test ready to
go. But we got a video coming of what you did with the merch's nest, right?
Yeah, we made a couple sweet upgrades.
I gave Ryan some money, and I gave him $10, and then he begged me for more money. Yeah, he's my little kid, but
yeah, the shelf I was looking at, it was a super nice shelf. It was just a little out of the budget. So I knew Miles was on vacation. I knew he was in a good mood. It was probably the time to ask him.
You're smart, Ryan.
Hey man, can we increase the budget a little bit? So, yeah. On top of that, we made some cool upgrades with the extra budget.
Yeah,
we'll leave it at that.
Vacation was good. Do I got a little bit of a tan going?
Honestly, I thought it was going to be a little bit more.
So we didn't get as many hot sunny days as I'd like. It was kind of rainy. So a few of the days, I definitely golfed. One of my rounds had my best round ever, which isn't nowhere near good, but
yeah.
But then the rest were pretty on par with what I usually am. So I did some golfing. I swam in the pool. We did the Natter Days review. So if you haven't seen that, go check it out. It's on all the social medias.
At OU Betcha.
We talked on the last podcast about how I was able to get the Natter Days beer. So go check out the last podcast if you haven't seen that. I almost forgot that we already talked about that or did that podcast.
Yeah, it was kind of. I filmed it on my end. I couldn't get it uploaded.
Yeah,
we were in two different locations.
This was the most You Betcha thing ever. Was for us to, have a plan, and then it not work at all.
Yeah.
So Ryan recorded on his end, but couldn't get it uploaded. So that's why in the video on Facebook and YouTube, you saw just Ryan going like this
on the phone. Just Ryan, the t-shirt guy,
on the phone.
That's good though. I like that.
Even though your audio was way better than mine, you were on the phone.
Yeah, I had the whole bunker to myself.
Yeah, what'd you do while I was gone? Besides buy stuff for the bunker.
Yeah, I got a couple of rounds of golf in on Sunday. Tiger Woods PGA.
On the sticks?
Yeah.
There you go.
So that was a lot of fun. It kind of just got me excited for springtime and for the courses to open. Super underrated game. Tiger Woods. I would have to pick that as one of my favorite games of all time now.
Did they still do the thing where if you hit it close to the pin, it goes
no,
like a heartbeat almost?
Sure.
As it's getting closer.
Is it gonna go in?
I just remember in Tiger Woods 09 it was doing that. No,
I didn't hear any of that. I was more focused on my drives, hitting fairways. The short game kind of comes.
So I was hitting golf balls in real life. Ryan was playing on the sticks.
Yep. I printed some t-shirts, packed some orders up. It went well. It was kind of peaceful, like I was telling you.
Did you miss me, Ryan? Yeah, he missed me. Aw.
Yeah, I'll say it was a little bit different just being in here by myself in the podcast room. Yeah, it was kind of weird.
It's pretty tranquil though in here when it's just yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, nothing else to really say other than I'm back and I'm ready to get back to work.
Yeah, and you mentioned like, you're back in the podcast studio. It feels good, but it had to have felt good for, a week's time just to like,
oh yeah,
switch things up a little bit, get into a different environment.
Yeah, it was, I mean, you got to do that. Otherwise you'll go insane just working all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So that felt good. What I like about it is like, this is about to get like real like businessy on you, but like as a business owner, someone who's trying to build a business, it helps sometimes to like step away from your normal routine and normal area so that you can like think about stuff in a different way or come up with different solutions to the problems that you have by just being in a different place.
Yeah.
Or changing up your routine. So I was able to do some of that, figure out where we're going next, and we'll kind of talk about that later in the podcast. But we'll take a little break and we'll start talking about St. Paddy's Day. As we all know, it's March and St. Patrick's Day is only a few days away. If you're listening to this right when it comes out, you're probably celebrating this weekend. And as we all have been, we've been on pub crawls. We've been out to the bars on St. Paddy's Day because that's what this whole holiday is for, right? So what I wanted to do with you, Ryan, is I just wanted to discuss a few different types of people that you would maybe see on a night out on St. Patrick's Day. Yeah, I'll go ahead, Ryan. You don't need to jump in like that. I would like to start with the one that's really obvious. It's the type of person who goes way over the top with all of the decorations, the greenness. They usually are wearing a green wig. If it's a woman, they usually like put fake eyelashes on that are green and sparkly. They put green lipstick on. If it's a guy, he's got about 700 beads around his neck that are all green from head to toe. The woman usually wears like green leggings, but then green shorts over top of the leggings.
Can I add on to that?
Yeah, keep going.
Why do I always see like a tutu of some sort, like over
tutu? Okay. Yes, you're right. It's either the shorts or the tutu.
Okay.
You're right, Ryan. They're wearing green shoes, basically green everything.
Yeah.
And they are also the people who are the first people to point out the people who aren't wearing green.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. I mean, they're like, well, why didn't they put as much work into this as I did?
Well, they do hey, it's St. Patrick's Day. Why aren't you wearing green?
Yeah.
Which segues into my second type of person is the person who doesn't wear green, but they say that they're wearing green underwear. Have you ever seen those people before?
I have. And it's the one reason not to get pinched.
Right. They're not wearing anything green. They just no spirit whatsoever. And then someone goes, why aren't you wearing green? They're like, I am. And then they like show the top of their underwear. And it's got green writing on it or whatever. Hey, Ryan's wearing green. Hey, Ryan, this is PG. Keep it PG.
Green underwear.
For those listening on the podcast, Ryan just flashed everyone on Facebook and YouTube. So
no pinching.
I got to live tweet that. You come up with another one, Ryan.
Sure. Well, you stole mine right off the bat, which is why I knew you wanted to go first. So you got the over the top person, and then you have me, right? So you have the guy.
Ooh, I was going to ask you which one of these you were, so just let me know.
Yeah. So you have the guy, that Ryan the T-shirt guy, who is literally going to dig to the bottom of his closet to find any green shirt possible.
Luckily, you don't got to worry about it this year, Ryan.
I don't, because the Kelly Green St. Paddy's Day shirts went out last week. I have mine. Oh, I probably shouldn't have said that. I didn't pay for that one.
Oh, you stole one?
Well,
that's coming out of his next paycheck.
Well, I'll put it back. We'll put it back. Okay. and then we'll sell it. We'll auction it off.
Yep.
So I'm digging to the bottom of my closet. I'm going to search all over for any green shirt that I have. And I'm probably going to throw like a nice zip up over the top, maybe like a plaid coat or like a light spring jacket in what it normally is, a normal year in the Midwest.
Sometimes you don't even need a jacket on St. Patrick's Day, which is nice.
Yes. Yep. Last year was that kind of year.
I don't know if that's going to happen this year or not.
No. So there's me. There's the guy who I just want to go out, have a good time with my friends. I don't want to go out and buy all these decorations and beads. And
here's what I would call a middle of the road. You know that you need to wear something green, but you're not going to be way too over the top.
Yep.
Yeah. Another person that I had down was, it was the middle of the road guy, which I kind of am too. I usually wear a green shirt and that's about it.
Are you Irish?
I don't think so.
I think I have a little bit of Scots Irish in me.
I mean, I might have some, but I wouldn't say that my family's definitely not Irish.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I think I have 15 to 20% Scots Irish in me. Now what that means, it maybe means that I need to dress up more on St. Paddy's Day.
Yeah, I think that you need to drink more Guinness beer.
Sure, but you can't put green dye in Guinness.
Has anyone ever tried that?
I don't know.
Just nothing happens.
I don't know.
Nothing just happens.
It's so dark you can't even see through anything.
Yeah. So I actually did write some down, Ryan.
Okay.
So I had to pull out the notebook to remember the other one. So the next one I have is the guy who always wears the "Kiss Me, I'm Irish" shirt.
Yeah.
Which was a hilarious joke in 2002.
Yeah.
But he's still wearing it in 2019.
Yep.
And it's probably a little worn out because he wears it on every St. Patrick's Day because he thinks it's hilarious.
Yeah.
Every St. Patty's Day. The girl, this girl crosses over with the classic, what we call woo girl.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the girl that's at the bar and just goes, woo, let's do shots. Let's do shots. Woo. Woo girl, right?
Kind of like in an awkward tone, like no one's really listening to her, so she's got to do that to kind of bring the attention.
Well, she just is always wooing. It doesn't matter if she's got attention or not. So this girl's usually the girl that's not Irish.
Yeah.
And is like, woo, I love St. Patty's Day and I'm not even Irish. She has to announce to everyone that she's not Irish, but it just doesn't matter.
That's so accurate.
Then you have the I just wrote down green beer hardo. So this guy, if his beer doesn't have green in it, if it's not a green beer, his day is ruined. Because there are some bars that are like, we're not going to do it.
Yeah.
Like, it's just not worth our time.
You're not going to remember us after the fact for not doing green beer.
And I think that it's actually up to the distributor.
Okay.
If they put green beer in or whatever.
Interesting.
But yeah, so this guy's ruined. He's like, you guys don't have green beer? Like, this is the only reason why I'm out. Like, I can't put green dye in my beer at home. What? And he usually is mad and leaves.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen that guy before, Ryan?
It doesn't come to top of mind, but I feel like even a couple of people in my friend group have been that type of person. Like, they're gonna confront the bartender, like, well, where's the green beer? Like, and on St. Paddy's Day, if you go to a pub crawl, they give you a glass at one of the bars on the pub crawl. So if you don't get your glass filled up with green beer, I feel like it's just, like you said, it's a complete failure. Because why else would you have that glass?
Right, but there's people who, like, their whole day is ruined from it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, whoa.
Bush cough.
I'm a little rusty, apparently, in this podcast. So you talk about the pub crawl, which leads into another one that I wrote down, and it is the person who doesn't make it past like 2:00. The pub crawl starts at like 11 or whatever, or like noon, and they do about 15 shots in the first hour and a half, and then they're just so hammered that they just have to go home.
Yep.
Ryan, you're looking at me like you've done that before.
I was looking at you because I was wondering if you've ever been that guy. Oh,
God, no.
Okay, I haven't either. Last year,
I'm not necessarily buying that.
Hey, man, I can hold my alcohol pretty well, especially on St. Paddy's Day with how how much Irish I have in me.
Oh yeah, I forgot Ryan. You're
Scots Irish.
Ryan O'Shealy now.
Ryan O T-shirt guy.
Ryan O T-shirt guy. You should change it to that on St.
St.
Paddy's Day.
I will. Yeah, yeah, and we'll change the background to green instead of blue.
Yep. There you go.
There you go.
Yeah. Is there any other ones that come to your mind? There's
the pass out at 2 p.m. completely. That one slipped by me. I didn't even think of that because I know endless people who have done that.
What, do you have a friend that comes to mind when you say that? At least just like the
I have a
friend who
group of
always
friends.
kind of just like,
Because in my college town, St. Paddy's Day is like one of the biggest events in town. The running of the green.
yep.
So yeah, people like they literally start partying at 8 a.m. and to even make it to 10 p.m., which like I should feel like that should be a hard goal. Like make it to 10 p.m. or pass.
Yeah.
You start at 8 a.m., man, that you're not coming back from that.
So I will have to say that bouncing off of that, I'm actually would prefer drinking at night than day drinking. There are some people who love
Interesting.
day drinking like so much.
Yeah.
I like it, but like I'm a night owl and
Yeah.
there's just something about starting your evening at like 6 p.m. with dinner. And you just bush burp. You just start drinking after that and you make it till 2. Maybe try and find an after party after the bar. Like that is
You're an
like
after party guy.
I would much rather do
Yeah.
that in the after party than start at 8 a.m. and be done by like 3.
Yeah.
Because what if you pass out for a few hours and you wake up, like you could rally, but you also feel like shit.
You feel like complete ass.
Yeah. And so like you're not wanting to go to the bar. So then it's just
No.
like you're in this weird limbo spot.
Yeah, that's interesting. See, I'm more of like a 2 p.m. to like 9 or 10 p.m.
There you go.
That's like my window right there because if I'm gonna be hungover,
Well, and you're kind of like an old man. You don't like to stay up real late,
no,
do you?
no, I'm in bed pretty early. But that way, if I do like maybe catch a little bit of a hangover, I can still sleep in
Get a
for 10
bunch
to
of
12
sleep.
hours, and I'm gonna be up. I still have like all of Sunday to recover. You know, it's not 2 p.m. on a Sunday. I'm just
Yeah.
waking up.
I'm up till 3 or 4, sleep in till about 2 the next Sunday. Yeah.
Yeah, you should see me on lack of sleep. I get like delusional.
You get delusional and
Yeah.
get a little crabby.
Crabby. It starts with like a giggling phase where like I think everything's funny, and I'm like my eyes are just.
I think that's the lack of sleep I've seen from you. I don't think I've gotten to the crabbiness.
No, crabbiness that starts at like.
I think we did a podcast once when you were like that, and that was like we should have labeled that one the giggle podcast.
Could have been. Yeah. The crabby phase comes in at like 20 hours of sleep deprivation. So that takes a lot to get to, but it is a thing.
Yeah.
I like to stay away from that, which is
Yeah.
why I like my sleep.
Most people do.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's interesting. I'm looking forward to going out.
I'm not doing a pub crawl.
You're not.
No.
You've made your mind
I
up.
just am not feeling that, especially after like 10 days of drinking on vacation.
That's fair.
I'll probably just after dinner go out somewhere. Maybe I'll head out before dinner. I'm hoping that it's at least warm enough to where like people have some patios open.
Yeah.
Because even though it's cold out, like even if it's like 40, 45 degrees, you can drink easy in that weather
Right.
outside.
Oh, 100%.
That's what I think happened last St. Paddy's Day for me. So I'm going to try and hit up if it's warm enough, a patio. If not, just end up in a dark bar and just drink the rest of the day. And
So does like Canada, like, so I'm going to Canada this weekend, Miles.
yeah,
Do they celebrate St. Patrick's Day? I mean, I'm thinking it's like a worldwide thing.
I'm going to Google it right now.
Like, I don't know. The reason I ask, and it might be a dumb question, is because I've never celebrated St. Patty's Day up there.
Do you know why we have St. Patrick's Day, Ryan?
I actually don't. No, I've never been interested enough to look into that.
Me
though,
either.
like, yeah. I thought you were going to give me some
I know.
background.
That's
on
what the
that.
whole goal was.
Yeah.
You thought I was going to school you up.
Yeah.
Does
St. Patrick himself.
Canada, this is bad radio, Ryan. Does Canada celebrate St. Patrick's Day? And It looks like it is.
Okay.
St. Patrick's Day. They celebrate on the nearest Monday to March 17th each year.
Yeah, that would suck. On a
On
Monday.
a Monday?
You have to take like Tuesday off. You have to take Monday and Tuesday off.
I don't know. This website doesn't look that reliable.
Incredible. Well,
So-
if it's on the internet, it's got to be true.
Well, yeah, Wikipedia.
Yeah.
So I would say that you might be able to catch some St. Patrick's Day waves. Are you going to
gonna check
be
it out.
in an area that's got a lot of like tourists and stuff?
Yeah.
Tourists?
Yeah. Winnipeg.
I'm sure that they'll celebrate it then
Yeah.
if they got, because that's pretty close to the border.
Yeah. Winnipeg,
So-
well, every
Yeah,
weekend
you'll be good.
people will be doing stuff in Winnipeg. So
Yeah.
I'll have to check it out. I might even wear my free You Betcha
Stolen.
Kelly Green St.
You
Patty's Day
stole
shirt. See if anyone recognizes me.
Yeah, you got to keep your eye open. I wonder, let's see, Canada, St. Patrick's Day. There's probably going to be someone up there that goes around and calls people out really politely for not wearing green because you're in Canada, because they're
Yep.
the nicest people on planet Earth.
Yep.
So it's going to be like, hey, excuse me, sir. I don't mean to interrupt the conversation you're having with you and your lovely friends, but I just want to let you know that you're kind of maybe not wearing any green.
Well, I appreciate
Sorry
you,
about
you
that.
bringing that to our attention, sir, but my underwear are green.
There you go. That's all you got to say.
Yeah.
And there's no way he's going to ask because he's from Canada, and that would be way too out there to be
Yeah,
asking
censored.
for that. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. St. Patrick's Day, I think for me, it always feels like it's the mark of spring.
Yep.
But I don't know if it's going to feel like that this year because we've had an absolutely banana sandwich winter when it comes to weather.
Yeah.
I don't know. Does it feel that way to you?
Yeah, it's been long, man. It's been long. We get this taste
Snow
of nice
after
30-some
snow
degree
after
weather,
Snow.
and then it's just going to dump. It's going to dump on us.
Oh,
Ooh. Did you hear
Ryan's heat press just went off.
We are hot, baby.
I hated that.
We are hot.
That's making my whole body cringe when you do that.
We are hot, baby.
Is that your first t-shirt you're going to put out on Ryan the T-shirt Guys page?
I should. We are hot. That's a good one.
No, not
So-
we're hot. You said baby.
So that makes me excited because we're about to print up the next prototypes. Baby.
All right,
Well,
we're
good.
gonna take a break now and let Ryan go play with his heat press for a sec. I gotta finish live tweeting. It's a great segue though, because next we're gonna talk about the weather.
All right. So we were going to get into a little bit of a weather bit, but I wanted to share something with you guys. On break, Miles took a page out of my book and prematurely crackulated.
I did. I fully admit to this. I'm so sad.
Oh, wait,
Yeah,
I
we
can't.
can't even do it. Bush. That's all that the podcast gets to hear because I already opened the beer.
Yeah, that's it's a little bit of demoralizing.
Just when you think that you're on top of your game, I'm rusty. I told you that I'm rusty so far,
Yep.
but
But
whatever.
it happens to the best of them, right? So now that that's over,
Oh my God, that's cold.
that is
I can
cold.
still do that one though.
Yep. So now that debacle is over, I will hold that one against you for a while. One thing that
This is the worst. I'm so mad about that.
so agree with me. I'm just telling you.
Okay, Ryan, I agree with you. What am I agreeing to?
One thing that everybody has in common, it's the weather.
It happens to everyone unless you're bubble boy.
Yes.
If you live in a bubble, then you don't. But
Yeah. So walking up to a stranger, you don't really know how to start the conversation. Oh man, what a beautiful day out today. You know, at least it's not snowing, or at least the sun's out.
yeah, it's got to be like the most common default for anyone who doesn't know what to say or is in an awkward situation, right?
Yeah, the number one
It's-
icebreaker.
It's, I wish it was a little warmer out today. It's a little chilly.
Yep.
Or, hey, at least we didn't get any rain today. Or When is the snow ever going to stop? Am I right?
Yeah, because then that person segues into like, yeah, gosh, thankfully I'm going on vacation next week. And then you're like, oh, where are you going on vacation? And then the conversation starts, right?
Well,
So,
and I feel like it can segue into anything.
yeah. Yeah,
you
really
could literally be like, it's a little humid out here today, huh? Yeah, my hair's getting a little frizzy from the humidity. I got a haircut this week. Oh, really? Where do you get your haircut? And it just goes on and on and on.
Yeah.
You could do that with anything.
Yeah,
You
Ross.
could say, oh, we're about to get another foot of snow. Oh, man, I hate shoveling. I got a back problem. Oh, what do you have a back problem about? Well, actually, I was in the military and I injured it in the service. And boom. It's just constant. Give me another one. Give me another one to segue. Come on, Ryan. Think on your feet.
Gosh, what a...
Oh, Ryan.
I knew you were watching me, though, so I froze, man. I froze.
Ryan froze. I'll go again.
All right, Miles.
We haven't had heat like this in probably like a decade. You know, speaking of a decade, this last decade has been just absolutely phenomenal for me. Oh, really? Why is that? That was a bad one.
Wow, no, that was good. I mean,
Come on, Ryan. All right, your chance again.
Yeah, you go ahead. One more.
Do a weather segue for me.
Oh man, this rain has just got me really down lately. Well, yeah, but think about it. Like, there's only like 30 more days of cold weather, and then it's supposed to start warming up again. Oh yeah, I just can't wait to get on the lake again and get the boat out.
What lake are you on? Boom, right there. You just did it. We got Ryan to do it.
Yep.
We could also go with. Did you see the size of that hail last night? Yeah, it was crazy. I luckily was able to put my car in the garage like right before the hail hit. Oh, really? Where do you live at? Boom, segued.
Boom, segued. There it is, right there. The new
give me another one, Ryan.
Gosh, the city sweepers, the plow guys, they keep pushing. Let me start that over. God, I just got my driveway shoveled off, and the plow guys push the snow right back up into it. So, got to get the snowblower back out. Got to get it up and running. Oh, what kind of snowblower do you have?
Where'd you get that snowblower?
Well, I have a John Deere. Oh, so I actually know this guy that works at John Deere.
Boom, segued. It is raining cats and dogs out there. Yeah, could you imagine if it was actually raining cats and dogs? Yeah, that'd be awesome if Rufus was just raining everywhere. Oh, is your dog named Rufus? Boom, segued.
God, I'm getting super sick of traveling in this weather. Like, it's screwing up all my plans. Oh, what are you traveling for? Oh, well, I travel for work. Oh, so where do you work at?
Boom, segued.
Man,
honestly, I feel like we could go on and on.
Yeah, the weather, it's one thing that everybody has in common. The number one icebreaker out there. So take some of those tips. If you have trouble talking to people or talking to strangers, just talk about the weather. It's going to segue into
anything.
What do you do for work? Where do you live? What kind of car do you drive? Let's
do it backwards now. Give me a topic that I need to segue into, Ryan. Just something off the top of your head. Anything.
Where do you vacation at in the winter?
It's something harder. That was too easy.
What's your favorite fast food place to eat at?
So, yeah, this weather's been crazy. The snow has been piled up. My car doesn't have 4-wheel drive and I just can't get anywhere. Oh, really? Have you tried Uber Eats? They usually have someone that was willing to go out in the snow. No, I haven't. I'll have to try that on my favorite fast food restaurant. Well, what's your favorite fast food restaurant? Boom, segued.
Man, we could go on.
Give me one more. Let's do one more, Ryan.
Let's see. So, what's your favorite water sport?
You know what? It's crazy at the lake in the mornings. The weather's been super calm. The wind has been super down. And so what I like to do is it's like glass out there. And what I like to do is just wake up early and you just maybe drink a cup of coffee and then just head out on the lake. Oh, well, what do you do on lake? Do you fish, whatever? No, I usually like to do some slalom skiing. It's my favorite water sport. Oh, how long have you been doing that? Favorite water sport?
Boom. Segue. Gosh, that's fun.
Okay. We don't have to do it anymore, but
yeah.
I would agree. So it's like been record like temps and record snowfall, right?
Yeah.
I kind of wish that we had mountains around here and I wish I was a skier because then it would be like, this would be heaven, right?
And you could ski until like April or May. Unfortunately, we don't.
Is like the mountains getting that much snow too? Do we know?
Well, I mean, the mountains are getting snow when us, if you would call us sea level guys or close to sea level, aren't. So like if you're in Denver,
are we close to sea level?
I know there's a couple spots that are like 1,200 feet above sea level, but that's like a monument in the Midwest, like 1,200 feet above sea level. Holy smokes. So I think we're like I'm shooting off the top of my head, but like 600 feet above sea level.
What is like, if you're like, hey, we're pretty close to sea level, is it like a couple hundred feet or what?
I would think so. Yeah. But let's say we're in Colorado. It could be snowing in the mountains and you could be getting nothing down in the city.
Yeah.
So yeah, the mountains have to be crazy right now. People who enjoy that kind of stuff, it's got to be like one of the best winters so far.
So when I was flying back in from Cali, it was like we were going over, the desert, and then we hit the Rockies.
Whoa.
Bush burp. That was a big one. And then I took like a little snoozer, maybe like a half hour nap. Or maybe it's like an hour. No, it's probably a half hour. No. It was okay, so we had a connect flight in Denver. So we lifted off. Then I took like a little half hour snoozer from Denver to where we're at. And then literally when I woke up, when I went to sleep, it was like no snow on the ground. Woke up and everything was white. All you could see were the trees and the tops of houses. You couldn't see anything else.
Yep. And it wasn't the clouds.
I was not looking. I was not that high up. No. Yeah. It was definitely just the ground covered in snow.
Yeah, I think it's funny when, like, if you get someone from a mountainous state, they come, someone who's coming to college or whatever, they ask you if you like ski or snowboard, and you're like, oh yeah, we're over, we go over to the
go to the hill.
Yeah,
it's just a hill at that point.
Yeah, they're not. Even if it's a huge hill, that is not a mountain anywhere near us. That is a hill.
No,
and they will fight you to the death.
Yeah.
If you tell them that it's a mountain.
Well, they're mountain snobs, so whatever.
Right. But this winter it would be pretty unreal to live in a state like that. But
I tell you what, though, the one of the things you segued into about the snowblower, the snowblower industry has got to be booming.
Oh my gosh! So
if anyone out there wants to be sponsor the podcast that has a snow blowing company, let us know.
Yeah, that'd be great. We're a little bit late, but this is like when we've been getting the most snow is within the last 2 months. We're about to get
dumped on tonight, though.
Yeah, so let's talk about that a little bit. I heard a report today.
Well, I just went out because we have our beer sitting outside to keep it cold right now.
Yeah.
I went out there during the break, and I came back, and it was sleeting on me.
Yeah.
So
I saw something on the internet today, and everything you read on the internet has got to be true. So 93 mile an hour winds recorded in Denver, Colorado.
And it's coming our way.
That system's coming our way. We're not going to get hit with that high of winds, but they say like category 2 hurricane winds in this storm.
I wouldn't even know what that would feel like.
I don't either.
It's kind of like when I was in Cali and I walked into a store and someone asked where I was from because apparently I stick out like a sore thumb down there. You just you're not from here. You're super white and you talk real slow. What's going on?
I'm looking for Busch Light. Oh yeah, you're not from here.
Who are you? Why? What state are you from?
Yeah.
And I told them that like when I left, it was like -15 or something. He was like, "Man, I don't even know what that would even feel like."
They kind of just look at you like this.
What?
Yeah.
Like they don't even like realize how shitty that feels.
Yeah.
So, but you're right that like I wouldn't even know what 93 mile an hour would feel like.
Nope. I mean, I've been in like 40, 50 mile an hour winds. Yeah. That's maybe 60.
That's easy.
Maybe 60.
Yeah.
And that's insane. So we're about to get dumped on. They actually named this winter storm. I can't remember. It was maybe like
Ooh, just
winter storm
just
Ursula
hiccuped.
or something like that.
Ursula, like after the movie
like,
Frozen.
Yeah. No, that's
I think that you just love that movie, Ryan.
never seen it.
Yeah, right.
Never seen it.
Maybe we'll have to have you watch,
Well, Ursula is Tarzan's lover.
or maybe it's Elsa.
It's Elsa, yeah. Elsa's on Frozen.
Frozen.
Ursula is Tarzan.
They should have named
Ursula.
it. Oh,
Yeah.
They should have named the storm Elsa, and then all the kids would have went nuts. / me.
Yeah.
/
yeah.
I would have went nuts. But
That was a huge miss on the Weather Channel's report. You'd think they would have thought that through a
They
little
would
bit.
figure
How do
that
they
out.
name storms?
Well, I know that when they name hurricanes, that the first letter is they do it in order.
Sure, A through Z.
So like the
Gotcha.
first hurricane of the season is like Hurricane Andrew, that would have been the first one of the season.
So what about Hurricane Sandy? There was
That many before, I think.
like 18 or whatever the letter S
Yeah, and then
is.
if they just start over again, I think if they make it all the way through. I mean, they
Have
have
you
a
ever-
bunch of like little hurricanes that we don't even
that
hear
they
about.
that they count as
Yeah, I think so.
I wonder. I've never heard of like Hurricane like
Ryan?
Zebra.
Is there
or,
a Hurricane Ryan? You're pretty
probably
late in the
should be.
alphabet. I'm right in the
before
middle.
S.
Hurricane Miles.
They crossed over R, so they obviously didn't see much
Hurricane
value in
Miles
that.
is me when I'm at the bar drinking Busch Light.
That's the alter ego. It's not the You Betcha guy. It's Hurricane Miles.
Hurricane Miles. Yeah, this weather just is crazy. Speaking of the weather, that's a great segue into our next statement. Segue. Give me one more, Ryan, and I'll go backwards again.
So
Give me something really difficult
really,
to end this segment
really difficult.
and to segue into the next segment.
Gosh. So how about where'd you go to school at?
Nah, that's too easy.
Okay.
Yeah, Ryan. I need some give me like an absurd
All right,
object or something.
Where did you get that crew neck at?
All right, here we go.
I knew that one would stick.
Yeah, I was on vacation up in Canada in Winnipeg last weekend, and my bag got lost because of the weather. For whatever reason, we had to switch flights, and the weather messed it all up. Snow, we couldn't fly in. And so when I got there, I just had to go to the newest or the closest Goodwill, and that's where I found this sweater. Oh, so that's not a new sweater? No, this is just an old new sweater.
Boom.
Segue.
Wow.
Oh my God, that's cold. No premature ejaculations for us there.
No, sir. You learned your lesson.
Yeah, we're back on another bush, and we're basically just going to talk. Then the end of this podcast, I kind of just want to talk about what we got going in spring.
Spring. Yeah, it's coming. It'll get here.
That's what you had to rat-tat-tat with me back, Ryan, was, yeah, it's coming.
Yeah, this winter.
Don't go back to talking about the weather again. Yeah, so, Ryan, ask me what I got coming in spring.
Yeah, so what's coming in spring?
Thanks for asking, Ryan. So basically, we have obviously shirt launches every month. We come out with something new. Hopefully, this next launch, should I tell them what's coming, or should we just?
Well, because we are hot. You're probably gonna.
No, that wasn't the full line.
Well, because we are hot, baby.
I hate that so much.
Because of that, you'll probably launch the shirts tomorrow anyway when the podcast comes out.
Yeah.
So yeah, you might as well tell them.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Ryan, you can go play on social. Well, you can on Instagram, Facebook. Cause
Yeah, we're down.
They're still down. So follow us on Twitter. This is a great segue into following us on Twitter. But so we got some stuff coming in spring. Number one, people have been asking about it. My friends and family have been like, Miles, what is your problem? Why are you doing this? People who are developers have been messaging me and being like, yo, I need a new website because your website stinks. It looks like it's from 1995. Well, one, that was on purpose, which I think we've talked about on the podcast.
Yeah, way back.
But we finally reached a point where I think it's time. I think it's finally time to put that website to rest.
To close the door.
To
turn the page.
Let's have a drink and a moment of silence for the original You Betcha website. The one that launched us till we sold a bunch of t-shirts on. And really, it's just, it resembles the beginning of You Betcha. So, moment of silence. All right.
Wow.
Thank you for that moment of silence for the old website. Yes, we'll be launching a new website. It'll look like it's from 2019. It'll
look good.
It'll look clean. It won't be too cluttered or anything. You'll obviously still be able to buy all the shirts and stuff when we release them on there. Hopefully update our services and about because before it was like a 404 error page. And then the other one was like, we make videos for the World Wide Web was I think the other one.
Yep.
So that'll be all updated when it finally gets launched. So I'll be looking for the website launch. And then we're going to launch some new shirts. I think that if you've watched this long and if you listen to the podcast this long, you get a little treat.
Yeah.
In that I'm currently wearing a crew neck light sweater. It's like a spring sweater that we'll be releasing our first ever sweater on the website. We'll have a couple different designs for it along with another shirt. We may open up an old shirt too. So we got some stuff coming down the pipeline for t-shirts for the website. What else do we got going on? I don't know if I'm ready to announce it yet, but I kind of just will speak at it. We're looking at doing basically what we would call You Betcha bar takeovers. We're still contacting bars and trying to figure out where we can do them at, but we're trying to do at least one a month where we'll podcast, do all that kind of stuff. So if you're a bar out there and you're interested in having a You Betcha bar takeover at your bar, hit us up, message us, email us. We're looking for that. That's what's coming else in spring. Content wise, we got us once the snow starts melting, I think we'll kind of start gearing our content towards that and be less about summer or less about winter. I almost feel like spring is kind of a prep to summer. So content wise in spring, it'll be a lot of probably about like we got summer fever. I don't know if that's, but content there. We don't have any events in the spring other than maybe doing some bar takeover stuff. Yeah, I don't know. Did I cover everything there? Do you have any questions about where we're going this spring?
No questions.
So what I would like, do you have ideas for your page that you want to start doing some more stuff with, or?
Yeah,
So I want. We'll see if he's thought about it since the last time I asked this on the podcast because he froze up last time I asked him this.
Yeah,
Let's see what he says.
Well, obviously, I don't want to like give any. I don't want to give any of my ammo away, if you will, because I want it to just come out. But
apparently,
I kind of want to follow.
Apparently, Ryan's got nuclear weapons he doesn't want us to know about.
So I kind of want to follow suit with a little bit of the comparison game that you've been doing. I think it's done well with people.
What are you going to compare?
So first comparison, people been. It all started with a $15 purchase from Costco, right? So this Patagonia looking quarter zip, is a Jerry.
Gerry.
If you're watching, you might be able to see this. This looks like a Patagonia logo. It is not. It is a Jerry, and it is a fraction of the price.
And you got it at Costco?
I got it at Costco. You can buy it online.
I like this, Ryan. He hasn't told me about this beforehand. So this is my first reaction. and I actually really like this.
Yeah. So Meg put a post out about it, about the Jerry, like how awesome it was.
Meg is your fiance, correct?
Yes, correct.
I don't know if we've talked about her.
Probably
yet or
not really. She put a post out. She's
so
like,
congrats on getting engaged, Ryan, a while ago, but
big steps, man. She's like, why would you buy $100 and some Patagonia when you can just get a Jerry for $15 and it's just as good?
If you're listening on the podcast, I'm now feeling Ryan's Jerry, which sounds really sexual and bad. But his Jerry is not his Johnson. His Jerry
It is a Jerry.
is his shirt.
Yeah. So
I'm glad they didn't name the shirt Johnson, because then it'd be that I'm feeling your Johnson, and everyone would be terribly confused. But
Especially
that
those
feels
listening.
nice.
man,
Does it keep you warm?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I now have two of them. The same one in olive green, one in dark blue.
Yeah, it looks. Honestly, you could wear that even with like you could wear that going to like professional business meetings.
Yeah,
too,
absolutely.
I think.
You could wear a collared shirt underneath of it. So right now, at this moment in my life, I am all about the Jerry's.
Because you got a new mortgage payment, right?
new mortgage payment. We're cutting costs a little bit, but we're still keeping it classy.
Yeah, I like it, Jerry.
So, yeah, the comparison game.
What's
done
kind
well,
of funny
you know.
too is the corporate air quotes Bush guy, air quotes Jerry.
There goes Jerry.
He's a Gerry. He's not a J.
Yep, Gerry. This is a non.
This might be
plug.
air quotes Jerry's brand. We don't know.
It could be. If it is, he did really well.
He could be multi-talented.
Yeah. So the comparison game, I kind of want to dive into that a little bit.
I
The
got a hiccup
Patagonia
again.
versus the Jerry, which, you know, that I obviously just told you what my opinion on it was.
No, I don't think you did, Ryan. I think you could still stay unbiased. I think,
Okay.
just like I usually do on my comparisons. I'm pretty unbiased.
Yeah.
What's funny is so the Natter Days one went up, and everyone who doesn't necessarily understand the page or have seen it before, they're all mad. Like, he said that natural light was warm. Why didn't he just put it in the fridge? This comparison is a sham. And it's like the joke is, I always was trying to respond with the GIF with the joke flying over the stick figure's head.
Yeah.
Either that or like the spotted cow people are still, every time I put in a beer comparison, they keep bringing up spotted
They're
cow.
lurking, man.
How can we trust someone who doesn't like spotted cow? This beer comparison is a sham. And then
They're lurking.
and then there's the other one that's like, this was clearly biased. Like, screw this. Why? It's like, that's the whole bit.
Yeah.
Is I act like this beer has a chance.
Yeah.
So
Well,
and
and-
it's like ruining the bit right now that I'm having to explain this to those people. But
exactly. Well, and I'll throw myself on the bandwagon. Like I'm not a huge spotted cow fan. Like in certain situations, I am. It's good to have like one, but obviously I'd prefer a bush latte.
well, you can
over
only
a
have
spotted
one.
cow.
It's kind of
Exactly.
It's so
Because then
thick.
I'm not gonna like.
It's so thick.
Yeah, that's like you have an 8-hour window of eating, and you just drink one spotted cow, and you're
And you're
good.
full for 8
And then
hours.
you can fast for the next 18, right?
Right.
So throw the comments at Ryan the T-shirt guy, because I'm not a spotted cow drinker.
There you go. I like that. Yeah. So,
So-
that's kind of what's going on. Spring.
Yeah, spring. I'm gonna maybe hop in the comparison game. Maybe I'm gonna hop in the comparison
Yeah.
game.
You got to do it now.
And every month is different because we
Does
have
that
new
mean you got to
T-shirt
buy
launches.
a Patagonia, or do you have one?
I have one
Oh.
from a couple years ago when I thought Patagonia was super nice, and it is super nice. But
Same thing with Yeti.
exactly,
Yeti
Yes.
is super nice, and they do exactly what they say. But I don't need my cooler to be bear proof,
Mhm.
and I don't need my cooler to be $500.
Yep.
It can just be the old you Betty.
Yeah,
So
or the Ubidi.
right, it does exactly what they say it's gonna.
Yep.
So I don't fault Yeti. I don't fault Patagonia.
Yep.
But it's the you Bettys and the Jerrys of the
Let's
world.
dive into this a little bit.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
new T-shirt launches coming every month. I kind of want to like start doing my own video around like each T-shirt launch.
I like that. Maybe give a little backstory of why we decided to do it and stuff like that too.
Do what?
Like in the video.
Oh,
you just say-
decided to do
Did
that.
you already forget that you just said that?
Well, no, I didn't know what.
Oh.
Well, we weren't talking weather, so I didn't know what you were segueing into.
No, I was saying that you said that you were going to do a video around the new shirt launches.
Yeah. So why we did each shirt.
Yeah, and stuff like that.
Yep.
You could also like, hey, Mile, like ask me questions about the shirt too. Stuff like that. And yeah. So be looking for Ryan's content, be looking for our new content, be looking for the website drop, be looking for the new merch drops, all coming in spring 2K19. This You Betcha Radio podcast was brought to you by our friends at the Bev Buckle. Bev Buckle is a belt buckle that is the world's first retractable drink holder, and you can find them at bevbuckle.com. That's BEVBUCKLE.com, and you can get 15% off of your order by using promo code YouBetcha with no space, YOUBETCHA at bevbuckle.com using promo code YouBetcha for 15% off.
All right, guys, thanks again for tuning in to episode 10. We're now in double digits, episode 10 of the You Betcha Radio podcast. Remember, all of our content lives on at OUBetcha. That's at OHHUBetcha. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and we're also we've developed a couple like sub brands of You Betcha in itself. So at Ryan the T-shirt guy, that's me. At Mom's Hot Dish, at moms.hotdish. That's the Midwestern meme page where we're pushing out a lot of content that people submit to us. That's where all that's going to live.
And I've been a little laxed on it because I was on vacation, but I'm going to get back on it. So
yeah, there's so many
more content to come.
More content to come on Mom's Hot Dish. And then the Ranch Wranglers, we're staying pretty consistent with those. So go follow that at Ranch Wrangler. We're looking for the highest and lowest viscosity of ranch
because
in the Midwest.
Viscosity matters, people.
It matters, you guys. So at You Betcha, all the other pages, go hit us up, guys. The content does not stop. It's the cost. We always say the cost of doing business. We're doing stuff that you guys enjoy, and we're enjoying putting it out for you.
We got to stay busy with the content.
Yeah.
Right now, Ryan, I'm live tweeting still.
Yeah, Miles has been live tweeting this whole time.
So on the video, if it looks like I'm disinterested, well, one, it's probably because Ryan's talking, so I am disinterested. But I'm also live tweeting because Facebook and Instagram are down. Just updating the people on what's coming next in the spring, like what we just talked about. But I suppose I can take a break and finish this out.
Yeah,
because
go like the shirt drop too. We're probably going to drop the shirt within the next
it might be the beginning of next week, but yeah, we'll see depending on how the website is.
Yeah, we got a new let's just say like 3 different shirts.
OUBetcha.com, OHHUBetcha.com. Look for it. I am Miles, the You Betcha guy. May your ranch always be runny. May your bush lattes forever be cold. Cheers. Wow. Oh my God, that's cold.
Oh, you betcha, yeah.
Yeah.